Welcome back to the Spark, y'all. It's DJ Treese, and I am here for another episode talking about WNBA basketball. If you have not been hanging out here on my channel, you might be a little bit behind, but that's okay. I am recapping game one of the WNBA playoffs here today. So Sunday's game was against the New York Liberty and the Las Vegas Aces. The Las Vegas Aces have been holding it down for a while as the best team in the league and are looking to make a back-to-back championship. New York Liberty, our new super team on the block, headed up by Breanna Stewart herself. Stewie, they call it Stu York, and man, was it a great game this past weekend. It ended exactly how I said it would last week, y'all. So if you are tuned in to my content, you are tuned in to the best advice here on the internet. And that's just me saying that, so I'm gonna clap it up for myself. Look at me hitting the right buttons today and shit. All right, look, so New York Liberty have played a good season, but again, they have lost against some teams that they should not have lost against. A'ja Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces played extremely well, and A'ja wasn't even the number one player on the team for the game, y'all. I would also like to start today's episode with a quick stat about New York. Again, I'm wearing a New York Liberty t-shirt. For those of y'all that are listening to the audio version of this, I got the Slam Magazine t-shirt of the New York Liberty on right now. And that's just because I support women's basketball. If you support all things women, you can't be a hater. You know, I thought it was cool that Slam Magazine put the ladies on the front. The cover looked really hard. In my opinion, you know, I'm from Chicago, so hard means good for those of y'all who don't know my vernacular, but it just looked good. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put this t-shirt on. And man, I should have got me some Aces gear. Maybe I'll get me a championship back-to-back. Again, nobody but the Sparks, nobody since the Sparks about 20 years ago have done that. So it is exciting to see somebody try to go for a back-to-back championship in the fashion that A'ja Wilson, Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum, Chelsea Gray are doing it on the Las Vegas Aces. So real quick, I'm sniffing today, y'all, and I think that's because it's allergies. I live in California, so they talking about the Santa Ana winds, man. Woo, I got a little nose, but I promise I'm not sick. I've been hanging out and chilling all weekend. It's just today I'm sniffing, but let's go through the team stats, y'all. I want to share this with y'all, and I got these straight from ESPN.com. This is where I usually do a lot of my research for, you know, what's happening, how it relates to each team. You feel me? So Breanna Stewart led the New York Liberty with 21 points. She was 8 for 19 on those field goals and 4 for 6 on the free throws. Jackie Young, which is one of the guards, man, Jackie be shooting 26 points, 9 for 15 and 3 for 5 on the free throws. So I mean, just looking from those points right there, you can see what was happening on the offensive side for the Aces versus the New York Liberty. Of course, the Aces outscored the New York Liberty this game. Let's look at these rebounds. Jonquel Jones always coming through. JJ with the rebounds, 10 rebounds, 7 of them were defensive, 3 of them were offensive. A'ja Wilson answered that with 8, 7, and 1. So, I mean, right there, you can see that Vegas can do better on offensive rebounds to just get more of those points. But it's all good because they still took home the win. What about assists? Salute. Man, Salute had some great passes this last past game, y'all. A lot of those dime passes straight into the paint, getting good easy twos. That was what really kept New York afloat, as well as Salute was kind of shooting. Salute hit some 3-pointers that Salute normally doesn't hit. And let me add myself into this so you can see my face. Salute really don't hit a lot of shots too many times where she gets streaky, but she was really killing it here. Look at this field goal percentage. Las Vegas outshot New York 54% to 46%, y'all. From 3-point, New York didn't do bad, but Benijah Laney, we was really missing you on that 3-point. That's really the difference there. 11 turnovers for each team, so it was about even there. And then the rebounds, look at New York, 34 rebounds from 30 rebounds. I mean, just all around 2 great defensive playing teams. Points in the paint, points off turnovers. Who got more points off turnovers? New York got more points off turnovers, so Vegas needs to stop turning that ball over. And then if you're gonna turn it over, you need to score. Points in the paint, Vegas with 42 points in the paint. Let's look at this box score. I want to see who scored what. I don't really want to see who scored what. All right, if I'm going to no, I want to go to the Aces. Asia Wilson played 35 minutes. She had 19 points. So she almost everybody in the starting 5 of the Aces except for Stokes had 20 points. That's crazy to even say out loud. Your whole starting 5 scored 20 points. That's, oh my God, except for Stokes, which Stokes be doing her thing on defense. She understands her role with her team. So shouts out to Stokes for playing her position, y'all. Another player I want to talk about, Johannes on the New York Liberty, y'all. 14 points. She was shooting. She got one of the most crazy shots that I've ever seen because she don't even be stopping half the time. She just run and shoot off one leg. So Johannes doing her thing. 20 minutes, 14 points, really making a difference in the game. Thornton hit another 3 that was pretty timely as well. But look at New York. Laney had 11 points, which is a silent. All right, that's a pretty good game. Jonquel Jones with 16 points. You can hold it down like that. Anescu only 7, man. Anescu has got to shoot better. And I think New York Liberty plays a lot better when they're at home, and that's maybe what they're waiting for. But if you are going to wait to play better at home, you are going to lose the series, New York. And I'm not saying that I'm against you losing the series because I'm really not for or against anybody. But what I'm saying is the Las Vegas Aces are an offensive scoring team. Becky Hammon puts a lot of offensive power into her players. You're going to have to play better defense if you are going to want to withstand the storm that is the Vegas scoring. And again, Vegas, they get through. They take it into the paint and score off the and one. So you got to make sure that you're playing for and against that team, y'all. Hey, if you've been listening to what I'm saying, you know that I call it the Aces in 5. After watching that first game, it's starting to look like Aces in 4. And I don't mean that in no negative way. It's just hard to, stop the Las Vegas Aces from playing the game that they're going to play. New York Liberty are doing the best that they can, and I don't know if they have the firepower and the depth to stop the Aces this year. Maybe come back next year, maybe play a little bit better, maybe get a couple more supporting players, but they're shutting down JJ. They're shutting down Laney. Sloot was the star of the show, really, in my opinion. And even with Stewie scoring 21, it's like, we need more from you. I know that sucks to hear, but we do. In general, if you gonna want to win this series. So far, the Las Vegas Aces are up 1-0 in the best of 5 series for the WNBA Finals, y'all. Make sure y'all keep it locked here on my channel for more info on all things WNBA. I'll make sure I keep you updated, y'all. I also talk a lot of Lakers stuff here, but that ain't what we talking about right now. For all things basketball, you're going to want to make sure you subscribe to my channel. I have some unique commentary, which is a real around the way kind of commentary that you use to talking basketball and not all that statistician stuff that's on ESPN and stuff. I really like to break down the numbers and make it just easy to listen to. You feel me? I go by the name of DJ Treacy Trees. Thank y'all so much for listening to this episode of The Spark, and I'll talk to y'all next week.